I think we're live.
Broadcast is live. What's the lifesaver? Oh shit! You just popped up here. You popped up on my screen.
My little Sith outfit.
You buy a real Sith outfit? Is that the real Jedi outfit? That's the real fucking thing.
Yeah, you can't really tell because I mean we're on a small little camera, but
you got a real Jedi fucking robe.
Yeah.
Oh man, I feel stupid. I don't have one.
Oh yeah.
Do I have? I might have to wear my Jedi robe. I have a blanket I might put on. We won't be Jedi.
Yeah, I bought this at the Star Wars land.
No, hold on, dude. Put your robe on. You gotta wear your hat, wear your robe, wear your Jedi hat. Like my blanket. You wear your robe? Hold on. Got my shaved head. How do I look? How do I look?
Handsome.
All right. Are we both Jedi warriors right now? We're both Jedi warriors right now.
Yeah, I had to buy this. You probably saw the video of my son making this.
I did.
This is actually, it's actually metal. So it's not bad at all.
What is that? What is that made? Is that glass? What is that?
What?
Is that made of glass?
Yeah, it's very hard plastic, not to grasp or shattered. I mean, this thing is cool because let me show you this. I'll show you something.
Pure metal.
Let me show you something.
People tuning in right now, they're going to be confused.
The cool thing about these is the color that's in them is based on these little crystals.
That's a real crystal.
So if you put this crystal in here, when you unhook it, this instead of red, it will go green.
Oh.
It'll go green. So you actually have different colors, kind of like this is a Sith Lord. Like in the Star Wars world, it's supposed to be like their tape recorder, right?
Yeah.
Where you turn it on and you press.
Ooh.
Okay, so now if I go in, put this crystal in, it goes green.
Oh.
The lightsaber is the same way.
Oh.
You actually have different colors.
No shit.
Yeah, and what's kind of cool about these is if you put in different color crystals, the messages are all different according to the crystal you put in.
Oh. Like this is too fucking hot. But I had to go Jedi with you for a second. We got to go Jedi with your.
Man, I tell you one thing, these things are hot.
Yeah, I was like burning up. This is what real Jedi look like anyway. We wear cowboy hats. We wear cowboy hats. So that's pure metal. And what's powering it? What is it? Batteries? Or is it the Force? What makes it go? What's the go juice?
That's a damn good question. There's got to be batteries somewhere.
Do you know how to power it, or is it like do you hook it up to you plug it in, or?
No, I'm sure you put batteries in there somewhere. You would have to.
Well, it would be running off the pure force itself, then the actual natural force.
Yeah, and then when you make it, you can make your metal any way you want.
Oh.
There's different shapes. There's different things.
Shit.
Oh boy, this thing's hot.
So that's a real robe. That's a real fucking robe. What is it made of? What is that? What is that? Wool or is that? What is it made of? Give us the whole Star Wars outfit explanation.
Let's see. It's
acrylic.
You know what? I'm getting old.
Yeah.
I can't read small. 64% polyester, 30% lana, 3% ultras. Of course, made in China.
Of course.
But it's let me just say, it's not cheap.
Come here, buddy. Come here.
But I had to have one.
He's an alien dog. He don't like the camera. Shit.
Yeah, the other dog's been sick.
Yeah, he's been sick. He's been sick. Let me shut the door. He just kicked the whole door in. Hold on. The thing is, they want to be on camera. I have to sit behind the snakeskin. The snakeskin. I'm wearing the Superman shirt. It's a snake. It's a Mandela effect. It used to be. Do you remember how this used to look? This used to look totally different. It used to be like an S, but now it's like a snake. See that? Wait, hold up.
Yeah, I know there's been different generations of the S.
Yeah.
I have to look at like every single picture.
Well, I did. I looked at Christopher Reeve's fucking old one, and it has the same S. It's a snake now. It looked like a fucking snake. It looked like a snake.
Yeah, it does, because that looks like a leg.
Yeah.
I mean the bottom part, and that right there, it's like the face, because you got a piece of square where the tongue could come out.
Yeah.
And that right there on you looks like a little eye. It could be an eye.
Yeah. Yes. So I went back. I looked at the early Christopher Reeves one, right? The early one. It's the same one. It's the same exact one. This is the one all the characters wore in all the cartoons. I was like, what the? It's the Mandela effect kind of shit, and it changed to the fucking snake. It's the S. You know what? Now get this. You know what snake means in mythology?
No.
Fertility. That means Superman is fertile. It's a snake. I don't know. Snakes keep showing up everywhere. There's snakes showing up in like pictures and weird things, and buildings have snakes showing up on it, and like the Shiva. CERN has that fucking Shiva weird dancing fucking god, and it's got snakes all over it now. So it's like, snakes are taking over the world. Don't be scared, but snakes are taking over. So we're gonna have to fight snakes eventually, which means fertility or mythology.
As long as it's the nice ones.
Yeah, look it up. See if you can see the different S. Oh, coffee, man. For those of you watching Eric Wood, this is Robert Wood. We're doing our lives. We do it on Tuesday, but we did it on a Wednesday because Eric was at Disneyland. Disneyland doing Star Wars. He's got a whole separate channel, Gypsy Road, where all his
toys.
I loved it. I feel like I was there.
all the toys.
Yeah.
That's the funnest part. It's just the toys.
Oh yeah, God.
I mean, does it really do anything? No.
Yeah.
It talks. It lights up.
It talks.
And then Oliver. Now, Oliver's got a soft side. Because I went to go buy this cup because my wife accidentally broke the original. They actually had it. And Oliver kept going, give me the cup, give me the cup.
And that's a life.
He tried to put it back on the shelf. And then what he did was he stuffed a porg, a Star Wars porg. He wanted a porg.
So he stuffs it in the cup.
Yeah, because he really wanted the porg. I'm like, okay. But I think he didn't want to show everybody he's manly.
I live well. I got toys. I got toys everywhere. I got all kinds of toys. I like toys. That's why I worked at a museum. I like toys. I love toys.
Yeah. So what I did was, of course, you saw the title of the show. You know, the Mandela Effect show.
Yeah.
And what I did was, I went online to find some of the things, like differences. Yeah. And the reason I'm bringing some of the stuff up, you know, when you're trying to, maybe when I'm done, I'll put this page on the description.
Yeah.
What I've noticed is that they only really put on like I'm not saying baby stuff, but you know, like Jeffy.
Yeah.
You know, Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
You know.
I call it in the world of the Mandela Effect, I call it the Pantawan Learners Kit. You know, the little bit Febreze, Oscar Mayer, the basic with Skechers, Fruit Loops. It's the old one. Oh, now this one. Now, I don't know if you remember, a lot of people do remember him with a turkey leg. Do you remember him with a turkey leg?
No, God, it's hard to remember.
See, I remember him. I'm trying to point. Okay, so you got two pictures there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, now one of them, he's got a turkey leg up to his face. We're close to. See where your finger's at right now?
Yeah, I see it. This one has a turkey leg.
I don't remember that one. So the one next to it, put your finger on the one next to it. It was that one right there, and he had a turkey leg in that hand. So it would be his right hand. So he had a turkey leg in the right hand in that position.
So what's one of these pictures? It's out now. The one with the turkey leg?
No, the one you're pointing at. No turkey leg. Turkey leg.
People are remembering that there used to be a turkey leg in his hand.
Yeah, in that position right there. That's the position I remember him with the turkey leg, right there.
And then this one.
Yeah, the monocle. Do you remember playing Monopoly with the monocle and without the monocle? Which one do you remember?
That he wore the eye thing.
Yeah, he doesn't have it now. He's gone. It doesn't have it. So it's been erased in history. Oh, now I don't know if you remember Pikachu, but Pikachu, in my mind, he had a black mark on his tail.
He could have. I never really cared for these. But I found these. I thought these are interesting.
So which one do you remember on the Kit Kat? Do you remember the dash or not?
See, those two almost looks the same. Oh, there's the dash and there's not a dash.
Yeah.
I thought there was a dash on it.
There was a dash on it. That's how I remember it. Correct. Now, Fruit of Looms, dude. Now, do you remember the cornucopia or the no cornucopia? Which is that basket? Do you remember the basket or no basket?
I thought there always was a basket.
There is a basket. Yep, that's how I remembered it too. So you got the effects right. Cheez-Its. That one. I don't fucking.
Yeah, I don't remember a Z ever being on it.
Okay, cool. You're passive. Oreo cookies with.
Well, double stuff is too. It's not new, but it's not old either.
Yeah.
I can't really see who cares about. Now, what's this?
Mona Lisa. Here we go. So look at the face. Now, which one do you think is the Mona Lisa? Now, it's really hard, dude. Unless you went to art class or you really looked at the fucking Mona Lisa. Now, how many people are fucking really looking at the Mona Lisa's face? But unless you went to university or something like that.
I think the main difference is one has more of a smiling face versus the other.
Correct. Now,
I would think that back in that day, they don't smile as much.
Correct. Yeah. The one of the theories, there was a couple of theories without archaeology. When I was in archaeology, was the number one theory was that is Leonardo da Vinci. He painted himself as a woman, but that's just one of them. And the other one was that she had bad teeth and she was a prostitute. But either way, she didn't smile. She smirked.
Oh,
here's yours. Now, this is the one you got to argue with, and you have a damn good argument for this one. Which one do you remember?
Well, I mean, he always had one of his legs was always a little bit lighter than the other one. I don't know if there was ever that silver.
Correct.
It wasn't like that silver. It was like the silver that's been rusted and yellow. But in that one, they had it too much silver.
Yeah,
it was never that much silver.
Yeah, that one I had a hard time with because I do remember his leg always. It depends on the lighting and what foot he. Because people don't understand that if you're right-handed, which foot do you step out with, and then what leg you step out with the light. It's going to be tinted, but he was pure gold for me, but a little bit lighter leg. But here we go, the Flintstones.
Well, one of the hardest problems about doing that leg too is, if you remember, movies in those days were recorded basically in analog.
Yeah.
So when you high definition something, you basically clean up some of the old footage.
Yeah.
So it could have been more yellow, but when each time they re-release it, remember it went from like standard, digital, HD. Now it's on 4K on the Disney Channel.
Yeah.
So, and every time they upscale it, they clean it up more. So it could be a lot more silver. But back then, since it was analog, you don't see the clarity of stuff.
Yeah. C-3PO, anything to do with Star Wars, you and I debunked. Because you remember how he always fucking comes out with a new DVD set every other week?
Yeah.
The missing footage, and you always see this fucking thousands of new footage. I don't even play with the fucking
because you want to sell toys again. Hey, let's make sure this toy has a real silver foot.
Yeah.
And we'll clean it up on the next generation of cells when we sell it out in the stores.
So we have the Flintstone has 2 T's. The Flint, okay, so it's the Flint Stones or the Flintstones. Now this one, I remember the Flintstones. There's only 1 T. Oh, it turned off. So I don't remember 2 T's.
I've seen that a lot. It could have been that, but I remember that one.
Okay, cool. We're rolling with the basic ones. Oh shit. Oh, Chartiz. You know what? I don't fucking know the name of that. I don't fucking know Chartiz or Chartreuse or whatever. I don't know that one.
Do you recall someone telling you that Chartreuse is a magnetic pink color? So many others agree with you, but in reality, it's shade of green. Oh.
Yeah, you're like me. We're like, fucking Chartreuse. I know fucking haze gray underwear or some color. Oh, life is like a box of chocolates.
What are they trying to say on this one?
It was from the movie.
Forrest Gump played in Amazing Tom Hanks. Actually said, if you listen close, he says, life was like a box of chocolates. We're regretting all of those.
Skip it. Stupid.
Kind of a.
Okay, so here's the okay. So there's 2 different ones. There's mirror on the wall and Snow White, and then there's magic mirror on the wall.
I heard of this one. I always thought it was mirror on the wall.
Mirror on the wall, same thing. See, yeah, you're like, you got the effect. And of course I know you know the answer to this one.
Yeah, this is Luke, I am father, and now I think it's
No,
I am your father.
No, I am your father.
Run, you fools. Oh,
that one I'm skeptical, but I don't know. Maybe. I'm not that much of a nerd.
I know. I didn't read the books. I saw the movie, but I don't remember famous lines from the movie.
Yeah, they mix all the lines up from the book, so who fucking knows? Now, this one I remember real clear because it was creepy.
Hello.
She walks in there and he goes, hello, Clarice. But he doesn't say that anymore.
What is this saying here? We don't know what's scarier, the fact that we remember Hannibal Lecter saying, hello, Clarice, or the reality that all he said was, good morning.
No.
Good morning. No, I thought he said hello, Clarice.
He said hello, Clarice, but it's no longer in reality. It's gone. It's gone. And of course, you know this one.
Of the world. Oh, and your favorite song, The Mandela Effect, is here to ruin that too. Ruin it? How? We all think of Freddie Mercury melting out of the world at the end of We Are the Champions, but it never happened.
So the song goes on. He goes, we are the champions. We are the champions. And then he goes, of the world. Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. He doesn't do that anymore. So he goes, "We are the champions," and then he stops. He stops cold turkey. You're like, "What the fuck?" Finish the last side.
I'm gonna have to listen to the song. Just
yeah. Well, in concert he might do it, but he doesn't do it on the album. So like the hardcore album you buy at the store, like your album. So if you check your album and play your album, it leaves you hanging at the end. He doesn't save the world.
But I wonder if you buy the live album, he says it.
Some of the things of the live albums he'll say it, but but it used to be on the album itself, but it's not there anymore.
What is this, Mr. Rogers' theme song?
Yeah.
You might start singing the lyric, "It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood," especially with the upcoming Tom Hanks film. But even the movie makers got it wrong. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood.
Yeah. It's a
small but mighty blow to our memories. Huh.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood.
Never knew that was even
the basic ones.
Handmade beauty and grooming, Amazon. Oh, that's an ad.
Oh, here's the one. Is this the states one? Okay, so United number of states. Now this one, not everybody gets. This is like one of the hardest ones. Not everybody gets it.
The correct answer is 50. Obviously, but some American and foreigners alike recall learning that there was 51 or 52.
I remember 52.
I remember 51.
Well, you're correct. 51, 52. And overseas, it's 54 because they include.
They never played a genie. Oh, okay.
You played a movie, The Genie.
I don't care for Sinbad, so.
Yeah.
Smokey Bear. What's Smokey Bear? Yep, that's the name. Contrary to popular belief, his name isn't Smokey the Bear.
It's Smokey the Bear. It's Smokey the Bear.
Yeah.
But now it's Smokey Bear. It's always been Smokey Bear forever. It's never been Smokey the Bear.
I don't know, but
okay, you might remember this one or not. It's the tank guy, whatever. At my time, he got ran over. He got fucking crushed. Shit got fucking torn up.
Oh, that's actually a real video?
Yeah.
Oh, better not play that video. They might shut me down.
Oh, you don't do it, yeah.
Neil Armstrong's death.
Yeah, people remember him dying. Now he's alive still.
I didn't know he's still alive. I didn't.
Yeah. Really?
Neil Graham's death.
Yeah, he died a couple of times since I've been awake for this. Since 2016, he's died a few times already. He keeps dying, coming back.
Can't place when Billy Graham's funeral aired on TV. That's probably because it didn't happen long ago. He died in February 2018. Oh, okay.
Yeah, again. Yeah. Ooh.
Mother Teresa's.
I don't know that one. People have a strong opinion about when Mother Teresa was canonized as a saint. The real event happened in July 2016, but many remember her. What? Remember her what?
Sorry about that. I almost pressed the button to end it.
I remember her entering sainthood in the 90s. She was. You know what? I don't fucking remember her ever being canonized anyway. I never remember her being canonized.
I don't even know who she is. Oh, Mother Teresa.
The retarded Indians.
And this is the space shuttle Challenger explosion.
Yes.
What are they trying to say? Through the tragic accident took place on January 28, 1986, there are a number of people who thought it happened in 1984 or 85. Oh.
Yeah, I remember it earlier. And I also remember the one that blew up on re-entry.
I just know a school teacher died on it.
Yeah, it was a school teacher died on it. And I remember it was in re-entry. It was in re-entry. Someone's get off there. It was a re-entry. Oh, the Limburgers, baby. Limburg. The Limburg baby. Smells like Limburger cheese.
Invader Charles Limburg, infant son was kidnapped.
Yeah.
I remember the case going cold, but they sadly found the body and sentenced the killer to death.
Yeah. Yeah. He was lost, man. They didn't fucking find his shit. They didn't find nothing. But they found him in this timeline. Patrick
Swayze?
Oh, maybe you'll remember something like this one.
The actor sadly died after being diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah.
People have said they remember him recovering.
Come on. What do you think of this one? You're a big actor kind of guy. I thought he had lung cancer.
I mean, I know he had cancer, and you don't die. I mean, I wonder what they're saying is, did he die like at the hospital? I mean, he could have came out and still had it and died. I mean, I don't know.
Now, I remember him having lung cancer, but I could be wrong. Leonardo DiCaprio's first Oscar. Oscar? When did DiCaprio get
Leo finally took home his first Oscar for Best Actor 2016. That's the movie where he got beat up by a bear. Some argue he scored one much earlier. It's easy to get this one confused, though, because he was previously nominated 5 other times. I don't know.
Remember, you and I talked about this. Remember, you kept saying that he should get a fucking award like 1,000 years ago?
Yeah, he was a kid in the movie What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Yeah, Gilbert Grape.
And he should have got an Oscar for it.
Yeah, and he never got Oscars for anything. In fact, I guess I don't remember him getting an Oscar at all, but I don't pay attention.
Location of Disney World Castle.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Never been to the Magic Kingdom. Do you recall where the castle was located? Some even one Orlando, local on Reddit, clearly remembering it being back in the entrance to the park. I've never been to Disney World, so I don't know. I
remember it being in Florida.
There's a castle there, but
yeah,
I haven't been there. So
Florida.
And that was 40-40.
Yeah.
And that was 40-40. I thought that'd be a little interesting. Now, what's not on here is I'm curious because I never read the Bible at all.
Oh shit!
That there's changes in the Bible. Yeah. So, is there something that an average Bible reader would know that something's changed? I mean, what's dramatically changed in a Bible that made people talk?
Let's see. Oh God. Let's see. Well, not too many Christians. I mean, nobody really read the Bible. So when people talk about Bible changes, unless you fucking have an idea, I always hit the basic. It's the Lion and the Lamb. Do you remember the Lion and the Lamb?
I mean, I heard the term.
Yeah. Well, no longer Lion with the Lamb. So here's the thing about that one. So it used to be the lion laid with the lamb in the Bible, and so the Bible changed to the wolf shall dwell with the lamb. So the lion was replaced with a wolf. But this is where a lot of fucking assholes are really misremembering, or really screwing up, because it changed again. And I keep telling people, they keep saying the lion dwell with the lamb, and I go, no, it's changed again. It's now the wolf shall eat beside the lamb.
Just keep talking. I'm just getting coffee.
So now it's the wolf shall eat beside the lamb. And I tell it to people, and they're still upset that the lion is gone. I said, well, let's get past the fucking lion. In fact, let's get past the wolf dwelling with the lamb. How about the wolf is eating next to the lamb now? Which is telling me that the wolf is eating meat, by the way. But now the lamb is eating grass, and the wolf continues to eat meat.
Now I'm just looking at not debunking, but could there be like an old original Bible that says what you're saying, and then somebody, they don't tell you, but when they rewrote it to do a new print, they took it out themselves and put it in?
Yeah. So this is what I brought with me. So this one is the 1800s one. This is the take my glasses off. This is gonna freak people out. I'll take my glasses off. He's got eyes. So this one's 1881. Let me see it there.
Yeah.
It's 1881. So I do a lot of double checking with this one. And I'm gonna keep my glasses off a little bit. And so this one, they also in the Bible, it talked about wine bottles. Or it used to be, old wine skins. You had wine skins back in the day, and they put wine skins in fucking goat bladders. Back in the old days, they had wine skins. Now they have bottles in here, dude. They've got actual bottles, like bottles. So they have wine in wine bottles, and so everybody's freaked out because it used to be wine skins. But this book right here still has wine. It still has wineskins. So exactly what you said is exactly true because this one still has wineskins. But see, this is not a King James. So the problem is, you have the King James Version Bible, which is the one that was rewritten, off the fucking the Catholic Bible. It used to be Latin, and then they made it into English. So the King James Version Bible is the one that keeps changing first. That's the one that keeps changing. Then all the other reproduction Bibles are, some of them change, some of them don't. So that's why nobody's all catching on, because they're like, my Bible don't say that. My Bible says skins right here. There's no bottles in here. Just like you said, this Bible is not. This one is a revised version, Oxford New Testament revised version. So the revised version has a lot of the original shit in here, like you said. So a lot of people are, unless you have the King James Version Bible, you're not going to see some of the changes.
So who would be an editor for the Bibles now? Like is there like one person that has final says on reprints or anything? Like, is it the Pope? Is it somebody say, we're going to republish a new Bible, whatever, but let's change this word? We'll never know unless somebody reads it for word.
No, that's a good question. Really good question about the Bible, because a lot of people don't know it, that you have the King James Version, which is rewritten, all these different translations, and people are retranslating them all the time. So when you get these Bibles, it's a gamble on if it's changed or not because of the retranslations. People translate them differently all the time. So to debunk the Bible, to debunk the Mandela effects of the Bible, you're correct in the fact that they've rewritten it in so many different fucking things that they've actually, it's changed for real. But a man changed it. It wasn't magically changed by fucking God or anything. Or they're saying the Antichrist. They're saying the Antichrist is now in the Bible changing things.
So if I wanted to read a Bible for whatever reason,
yeah,
how do I know what generation of the Bible I should buy even in the first place?
Okay, this is what I tell people. This is because this is anthropology, archaeology. Good question. The reason why you asked me, because number one, I ain't a Christian. So
well, that's why we do this show. You study this.
Yeah.
And the reason I wanted to show, since you're living in the UK,
yeah,
I'm not saying a Mandela effect is a US thing, it's a UK thing, but you be on both sides of the country now.
Yeah.
You could tell me it's more of a US versus UK. They don't really believe in it, but they see changes too. That's why it was cool about the show. We're on both sides of the countries.
Yeah.
That's why the Bible's more started with churches on that side of the country versus the US in the first place, because this populated last.
Yeah.
Country, so yeah.
So a guy at work. I had this Christian guy at work. Remember, I used to work at the Museum of Flight, right? What's at the Museum of Flight? An aerospace museum with NASA fucking guys. Anyway, I work with all these fucking weirdos guys, also religious guys. So the big question was about the Bible. People ask me questions about the Bible as an anthropology, blah, 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 blah. So I said, if you want an actual Bible, you want one that's going to have everything in it, then you need to get the Bible. You need to get the complete set. You need to get the Ethiopian Bible. Now, the Ethiopian they have a Catholic, they have the Catholic Bible. It's a Catholic Bible, but the Ethiopian Bible has all of the missing chapters, you might say. So, say Star Wars, right? So you have a Star Wars book, but your Star Wars book, your King James Version book of Star Wars, is missing a few chapters. It's missing a lot of chapters. If you go to the Bible from Ethiopia, they included all those old canons. They're called canons. The old chapters are still included, and they were not removed, even though the Catholic Church removed them. They removed them and says, we don't want these in here no more. Like you said, they edited the book several times. They removed them, but the Ethiopians didn't remove theirs. They kept theirs there. They kept them there. So you ever heard of the Book of Enoch?
No. I might have, but I just can't remember.
So the Book of Enoch is more of your kind of your mythological, risque, kind of the crazy and the angels of the realms, and they've got all these fucking archangels, and it's more of the sci-fi version of the Bible. The Bible's basically a fucking big ass comic book. But the best part of the Bible was the book of Enoch. And the book of Enoch has all the angels and all the angels' names and all the angel powers and fucking even Satan's in it and all the fucking crazy shit that's going on in the Bible. But the church took it out. So if you wanted to be a scholar and actually really debunk these things and go to fucking town on a complete book, you want to get the book from Ethiopia. I told a guy at work, he was a black guy at work. He was like a diehard Christian. I said, dude, you need to go get the Ethiopian Bible. And he's like, bullshit. And so he went and got the Ethiopian Bible, and he's like, thank you for telling me this. Oh my God, there's all these fucking things in it. Take it out of here. I said, told you, man. Told you.
You know what it sounds like? I don't know if you remember the movie Stigmata.
Yes.
Where she's showing the signs of Jesus.
Yeah.
At the end of it, she tells the priest basically where to go to basically find the missing pieces to the Bible.
Yeah.
That the church was trying to hide away.
Yeah.
Because there's facts that they didn't want people to know.
Yeah, they want nobody to know. The church is hiding all the shit. The church has been, and especially the church in this time, and I remember, we ain't home no more, Toto. So, okay, so the Bible, remember how, okay, okay, this is really cool. I'm going to ask you these questions. Now, remember, Grandpa was a minister. Remember, he used to be a priest and became a minister, right? Big Mike, big Grandpa.
Good for.
Yeah. So you remember Grandpa? Okay, Jesus was hung on a cross. Okay, anyway, so Jesus was taken in. He was taken in front of the fucking council. They chewed his ass out, and then they kind of socked him around a little bit, and they fucking put him in there, and then they brought him in front of fucking Pontius Pilate, whatever. And then the Roman, or he said, bullshit, fucking kill him. He thinks he's fucking Jesus, the son of a fucking god or whatever. He's a demigod. He is not like Thor. Beat the shit out of him because they're all, So they beat him up. Now, do you remember Jesus ever having a blindfold?
No.
Blindfold over his eyes. Now, in the Bible, when he was taken to the, he's taken to the asshole, the Jewish freaking priests and stuff. They're all screaming, get rid of him, kill him. He's nothing. They put a blindfold on the dude, and they slap him around like a little bitch. How you punk somebody in a circle? You know how you circle around somebody and you push them back and forth like in a circle? Well, they put Jesus in a circle, they put a blindfold on him, and they were fucking beating him.
Well, it's just like the whores, they call whores back then. They threw rocks at him to rock them.
Yeah, the whores. Yeah, if you're pregnant out of wedlock, you're fucking killed.
Well, that's kind of like remember, isn't the Bible like shows like in the Bible it's written that they put the things in his hands?
Yeah.
Real science, they say they can't happen because it'll rip.
It'll be ripped.
Here, so you can see, I mean, from that point of view, you can see they can change whatever they want.
They can change it. So here's the thing though, they never really wrote it up in the Bible about his fucking where it was. So that's all depicted on paintings that people put out. They talk about having it at his wrist here. I'll put on camera. Wrist here, which is between the bones. It would work. If you put it in his hands here, you can have him in his hands, but you'd have to wrap up his arms with a rope. So according to the original story, they put it to both hands here, okay, and then there's a Mandela effect to this. So his hands are out like a T shape, like a T. So in our timeline, it was a T. So he's like this, which means he's got no oxygen going to his fucking lungs. They're filling up with fluid, so he's gonna die pretty fast. You go like this for so long, your lungs fill up with fluid, you're gonna fucking die. So he was really, really high up, and then this is the crazy part. They took a spear and they stabbed him. Now, I don't think you'll know this one. Do you remember what side they stabbed him on? Just take a stab at it. Bad joke.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to remember. If he's on the cross like this.
He's half dead. I think he's dead. He's like this. He's dead. He's not breathing. He's not breathing.
Here.
Yeah, so good. They stabbed him on the side. In our timeline, back on Sagittarius' arm, they stabbed him on the left side. They stabbed him on the left side, right here.
Okay.
Stabbed him. And so then all the blood and all the fluids would come out. And so he could actually breathe again. His lungs opened up because it was filled with fluid. So it gave him a couple of last breaths. But now in this timeline, he's standing on the right side. On the right side. Right here. In fact, I got a scar here. Right here. I got a scar right here too. There you go.
What timeline is it?
I got a scar right there.
The Holy Grail. Is that based on, was it blood that came from his body to the cup, or was it from water he drank?
Wine. From wine. So he had what it is, the Holy Grail comes from Da Vinci. So Da Vinci painted a lot of different paintings. Da Vinci, you're correct. So Da Vinci had the Last Supper, and then Yeshua sat in the middle, and he had a cup. And that cup was sitting in front of him. That's the Holy Grail. And so he says, eat of my body with these little bread pieces like you do in Catholic church, whatever. You fucking have the bread pieces, the bread, eat of my body and drink my blood. So it was wine. It was wine in the Grail. And the Grail was right in front of him on that table, which is kind of, I don't know if you remember that on the Last Supper, he was sitting in front of the cup.
Yeah.
Like Indiana Jones with the cup. Mm-hmm. Well, guess what, dude? Go look it up on your tablet right now because you're going to see that cup missing. Look up the Last Supper. That cup's gone. The cup's gone. Now you're going to freak out.
Let me go to wonderful Google, which they're not sponsoring us. They're not sponsoring us. The Last Supper. The Last Supper image.
Yeah. So you're going to see that the cup is missing, and they have glasses on the table instead of like glass. They have glass.
Yeah, this is what. Oh, whoops.
Yeah. Do you see the cup?
What the? Oh, get 20% off today. Oh, they want to sell me something. No, I don't.
There's no cup. The cup's gone. The cup's gone. And there used to be a dog. There was a dog on that corner of the table on the floor. They had a scrap dog too. And you know the number one missing thing in the background is? And nobody's called out yet? A UFO. There was a UFO in that fucking original picture. They had a UFO in the sky, and that UFO is gone. There used to be a UFO. But nobody remembers the UFOs.
We type in, I'm just typing in Mandela effect, Last Supper. Maybe there's an image with a UFO, maybe.
Yeah, try it. There used to be a UFO in the original picture. Michelangelo drew a lot of UFOs, man. He did a lot of UFOs in the pictures. Even people don't know it, man, but Mona Lisa had a UFO too. Mona Lisa had a UFO. I mean, here's the thing. You remember I went to college, I debunk, right? Remember I debunk. So I was debunking UFOs. I debunk UFOs. And one of the biggest misconceptions is that there were UFOs showing up in the past. I always said it's bullshit. Just because it's in the fucking painting don't make it real. But the majority of the paintings in the past had UFOs in the background or unidentified objects in the sky. And all these new paintings don't have the unidentified flying objects anymore. And I don't hear nobody talking about that. It's like they talk about everything else on the paintings except for the identified flying objects. Kind of weird.
No, it's I'm not saying anybody's controlling
matter and time. Yeah,
it comes out there on Mandela effect, but it is interesting that you see a bunch of pages. You type in Mandela effect. It's always Looney Tunes. It's always this. It's always, the bears, whatever they call the white Beinstein bears, but nothing really Bible-wise. They might have I saw like one picture of a verse change.
Yeah.
But you don't see too much about the Mandela on the Bible. I wonder if that's kind of being controlled by the religious people to make sure that people, they might say, I want people to, if you know what I'm talking about, like talk about Mandela effect, but we still don't want them to talk too much about the Bible because there might be some truth to it we don't want out.
Yeah, a a lot to do with the Vatican right now. A lot to do with the Vatican. The Pope himself is full of shit.
Or do you think people are just afraid to talk about the effect on the Bible?
Well, some of them don't see it. Some don't see it. They've never seen it.
Or maybe they don't want to see it.
Yeah, you remember that lady? Remember the lady that came to the door? Remember the Jehovah's Witnesses?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Okay, so I convinced one of the Jehovah's Witnesses. He's like, "Oh my god," and he's like looking it up.
And that guy never came back.
He never came back. He's like,
the guy bring an old lady over.
He brings that old black lady over who's ready to fucking fight me. She's ready to debate the whole Bible with me.
Right here, and he.
I was like, look, either you remember or you don't. Now, there's nothing to it. So I was like, I can't debate what's already, okay, so if it's changed to something in here, I can't, okay, so if it's changed from apple to oranges, I can't debate the local oranges. It's like, well, bam, you're correct. Because it's right here. So it's always been there. But those of us who remember it differently, then we remember it differently. You can't argue with the religious people. I've already tried. But, we talk about how God is the one waking people up. It gave us the old memory, who allowed us to keep it. So when we're in the new place, wherever this fucking place is, the back of this fucking turtle, we're able to walk around and like scratch our head and go, we know the truth. So and remember, it was like, it also discussed heavens or heaven, and now it's heaven. Everything's singular. The book always in Revelation has no S anymore, so it's Revelation. Used to be Revelations with an S. So in our Bible back on Sagittarius arm is always, it's not plural. It's always got a lot. It's got a lot. Heavens S, God's with an S. Everything had an S. There's always plentiful amount of things, but in this one, everything's singular. It's telling us we're back at scratch again. We're back to square one. Everything's back to square one.
Let me throw a weird theory at you.
What's that?
Okay, maybe Bible stuff for everything. Okay. Now, let's just say, for the sake of it, reincarnation is true.
Yeah.
You're reincarnated to a new body.
Yeah.
Say that kind of is true. But
100%.
What if there is technically a reincarnation, but that reincarnation is from another timeline, from another universe, like another that you're instead of a body from 1800, it's you yourself from another timeline, like a reincarnation. If that makes sense.
No, I've seen that. In fact, I've seen, and I joke about this, and people think I'm fucking playing around because they don't see it. I've seen biblical characters. I see people. What the hell? I see biblical characters in this time. People keep right in the middle of our show. Everyone's showing up. Biblical. I've seen other people that look like characters from antiquity in our timeline. I swear to God, I'm like, you look like I see a painting, and it's your face. It's 100% in your face. I've seen people look like people in antiquity. It's kind of weird like that. So you're correct. I believe in reincarnation, and I believe that people are starting to appear from earlier dimensions. All these love hugging fucking hippies can kiss my ass about they ain't got shit. But there's some of us that woke up from in antiquity from the past. They're now in the future. Now we're here. Or actually, we were from the future. Now we're in the past. As weird as it may sound, we were from the future to the past. Yeah.
Press here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look up information at the same time. Like I said, it was just a theory because.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Because the stuff that you remember, maybe technically it's not you remembering; it's the reincarnation part of the timeline that's in you.
Yeah, it is.
That's remembering.
No, it is. It is exactly that. It's the memory. It's the memory. I'm an RHO negative. Remember, so Yeshua was an RHO negative. The Prophet Muhammad was an RHO negative. All these Alexander the Great was an RHO negative. All these famous fucking people that were great generals are RHO negative. Who's to say, like you said, that you're reincarnating up the fucking generations until present day? I mean, you yourself, Eric. I think you're the fucking you're king. You're a fucking king. You're the fucking you had the turkey leg at one time. It was you, man.
Hey, I ate a turkey leg last week.
That's right. And you were drawn to the turkey leg.
Natural power with that turkey leg. That was a damn good turkey leg.
But I joke about it because you're right, because I got a scar right here. I got a scar on. Okay, so we talked about how Jesus was poked on the left side, but now he is stabbed on the right side. He's stabbed on the right side. On the right side. And so I've got a scar here on my right side. No, I'm not saying I'm fucking anybody but Robert Wood. I'm Robert Wood. However, I've got a stigmata mark. Boy, when I got a stigmata mark to kind of tell me, because when I saw the switch from the stabbing from this side to this side, I go, it's exactly where the fuck mine is. So it's kind of like God's way of saying, hey, man, this is what happened in this timeline. I'm going to give you a little mark to remind you this might have happened. Right now, I'm getting disabilities from my hands. I still can't close my hands. You remember, my hands are all fucked up. It's still fucked up. They're still fucked up. And so you and other people might be having these aches and pains from something from antiquity, something from the past. I mean, you might be remembering something from the past, and you carry a scar. I remember you have a body mark. You have it's on your ankle, right?
Birthmark, yeah.
You have a birthmark on your ankle, yeah. It was a big one. You know, they say,
I'm forgetting what leg it's on.
Yeah, you got the same shit. You got the same shit. I got a couple of phantom scars on my fucking ankle too. Yeah, there it is. You see what I'm saying? They say that's from a previous life. It looks like a cloud. You remember the story of that, right? You remember Dad? He almost lost us to the state.
Oh, because they thought he wasn't cleaning us.
Yeah, he thought you were filthy. You come in filthy over there. He said you were fucking disgustingly filthy. And Dad goes, and then the lady comes in and she goes, look at his feet. And she pulled your sock down, and she goes, he doesn't even wash his feet. And you remember Dad goes, go ahead and clean it. And then they had like the social worker there goes, she looked at her, was like, what the fuck? But I goes, go ahead, you guys clean his ankle. Go ahead, clean it. Remember that teacher? I don't know, you were too young. She went down to clean it, and it wouldn't come off. And then that social worker looked at my dad. I remember Dad looked at her like, it's a birthmark, bitch. It's a birthmark. And they thought it was dirt. They kept a record of that birthmark on your ankle. They wanted to see if you cleaned the dirt off.
I don't even think the schools ever liked our family.
They hated our family.
They suspended me for that knife that you had in the trunk that I borrowed that day, and they called the cops, and they opened up the trunk, and they found the knife and beer cans, and they said, no, it was you. I go, no, I borrowed this car, and they wouldn't even believe it. And they suspended me.
Now, those people that are watching out there understand this one very important thing. We from the Central Valley, California, it's farmland, it's countryside. I don't drink or drive. Eric don't drink and drive. We've never drank and drove, whatever, drank and drove. We went out to parties. We brought our own backpacks, we own sleeping, whatever. We slept in our cars. We're on the countryside. If we drank out of the trunk, we stayed where we were until morning. Unfortunately, I just gotten back from a party. I had some knives. I had some fucking weapons. I have all kinds of weapons. I had fucking cans of beer. I don't litter. I don't fucking throw beer cans on the fucking ground out in the countryside. You gotta love your fucking country. Unfortunately, Eric borrowed my car, and then when
I can't remember why, but I had to borrow it.
You borrowed it. They opened up the trunk, and they found all kinds of weapons and fucking beer cans.
Well, yeah, because I remember somebody saw us at lunch. I was driving with my friends, and they thought we had a gun.
Yeah.
And they thought we were doing a drive-by. Like, what? Kermit? We're doing a drive-by? And I thought it was just an excuse to give the cop permission to go look in the trunk.
Yeah.
And they want to get you on something. I'm like, what drive-by? What?
Yeah.
Lockers?
Understand that we also had drive-bys. We had lots and lots of gangs. Gangs would shoot somebody to get into the gang. They would have to shoot somebody to get into the gang. So drive-bys were pretty common, but we were safe in our town. Everybody knew each other by family.
We're far from a gang.
Yeah. They came to our house all the time. They tried to take us away from our dad all the time. We had his name was Lou, who kept knocking on the door. Every time I played hooky, he'd come to the fucking house and look through the windows. I'm going to get him. I'm gonna get that son of a bitch. Always looking for us.
And they made my dad to sign a paper for me, make sure that I don't be absent because they don't want me to follow your footsteps being absent. So I had to sign a piece of paper for something that I haven't even really done yet. What is this? What do you mean?
You graduated high school just normal. You were normal. I dropped out of high school at 15. So I took my equivalent test at 15. But I went to college. So I went to college. I went to the military. Those of you out there watching us, go to college. Go to get your education. Eric's got a fucking associate. He went to college. I went to college. We look like two fucking huckleberries up here, but we went to college. So you're looking at fucking two rednecks that went to fucking school.
And we fought for stuff that you guys take for granted.
Yeah.
Remember, I had an earring, right? So I was like the first boy kid in elementary school that had an earring, and a teacher went up to my ear and go, "Boys don't wear this," and ripped it right out.
Yeah, bullshit.
Of course, kids nowadays get away with everything. So
yeah, and I had earrings. I had earrings. I had a hoop. I had the earrings. I had a leather jacket. I had earrings. I rode a motorcycle. I was fucking. They try to rip it out of my ear too. I was like, well, it's farming. It's farm. Even though we were a little bit rebellious, we were like Viking of the fucking farms.
That's great.
I need to get more coffee. Let me get more coffee. How many people you got watching this thing anyway?
It's just only 2, but most people remember this for Tuesday.
Yeah, that's right.
And since it was traveling, we just threw this on just so people don't think I let them hanging.
Yeah.
So when routines get back to normal, and also of course, when we're done, I put in the description, but I'm going to put more in the description. I actually opened up an Instagram because I never had Instagram before, based on our show here.
Yeah.
Called the Mandela Effect Show, where when they go in the description, people can click on it to follow us on that too.
Yeah.
And what I'll do is I'll email you the username and password. So when you see a Mandela Effect, something that's going on out there, you can actually take a picture and upshoot it right into the Mandela Effect Show on Instagram.
Oh shit! Yeah, hell yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
just be careful with the Mandela Effect shit because YouTube is shutting down anything Mandela Effect. That's why you got your own little extra channel on the side that's regular because my brother has the effect, but it don't bother him. He don't fuck with it. He don't go out looking for shit. He's not a fucking Mandela Effect hunter, So
yeah,
bother you too much.
There's our little image picture of you and I.
Yeah.
And, people could just, describe and other people could send us pictures that way too.
Yeah.
We can look at it before our Tuesday show and see what people are saying there's a change on. Kind of, some people don't like to do emails or write comments on this, but I guess most people have Instagrams. I'm behind the times. I didn't have one.
Well, what it is, you've got, from my point of view, from my side, you've got a lot of people screaming Mandela effects over here, and I've seen them since 2016, and these are a bunch of fucking charlatan bullshit fuckers, man. They don't have no effects. They've all, to me, I've seen people change.
And that's what we're here for, debunk.
Yeah.
We're going to debunk first.
Yeah, we debunk. And so I've debunked all of these cocksuckers. They're still throwing their shit out there. They're still screaming Egg McMahon this and the fucking the Kit Kats this and that. I mean, God gave them a little bit of a fucking sight to see, but for the most part, these guys are shitheads. And I keep trying to tell people, look, God gave you guys the Mandela effect to get off narcotics, not to go out and fucking make money on Patreon and start big fucking shows and hug each other while everyone's on dope and drugs. So I've noticed the majority of the fucking people, the majority of the people that have the Mandela effect are on pills. They're on pills and they're mentally fucking ill. I mean, that's the truth. I hate to say it that way, but they are all mentally fucking ill. If you boil it down, they're all suicide attempts. Most of them were suicide attempts. They're all on fucking narcotics. They're all on all kinds of shit. And I would say go ahead and smoke up a joint, take some CBDs and have some maybe ferments. But for the most part, get away from them pharmaceuticals. And it's everybody's opportunity to get better. Like, remember, my eyes got better. My fucking back got better. My liver healed. So God gave me an opportunity to heal with this Mandela effect shit. But none of these cocksuckers know that. They don't fucking know it's here for you as an individual to get better. All they want to do is have a fucking party with a bunch of people and say, I love you, while they fucking pop their pills. Just stupid.
What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to reach out to a few of these people.
Yeah.
Invite them to join us a 3 or 4 way to give them their chance to say why, you know, like you debunk something and they try to say it's real. We'll give people a fair chance. But like you said, one thing I've noticed, most of these people don't go to other people's shows.
They don't. They stick with the same shows.
Some have old people following them, and they're afraid they go on your show, you debunk them. But the thing is, if we invited them to this show, there are people not even going to see it anyway. So what are they afraid of?
And the best thing is for people that come to your show is that you and I are both disabled American veterans. We're disabled vets. Now, unlike them other cocksuckers out there that have their little fucking live chats, they're not veterans. They're not veterans. They have no honor. I've seen a lot of these guys talk their shit about what they see change. I see a fat guy in some fucking mama's room that's not working for a living. That's all I see. So, I mean, I see women that are wallowing in their own fucking self-pity that are just, you know, if you want to come and talk to 2 United States veterans, then we're not going to put you down. We're going to hold every respect that a veteran can hold for a civilian.
No. Anybody comes on, we'll give them the floor.
Give them the floor. Absolutely fun. I'm like, absolutely. I agree with you.
Oh, you're so wrong. I want to hear it, their explanation. And then you got your view, I got my view, and then that's how the conversation starts.
That's absolutely it. Yeah. That's the best way to do it.
I'm even going to send an email to the publicist of that woman who's considered, who co-founded the name Mandela Effect.
Oh, God.
I'm even going to send an email to the publicist. It says to see if she has, balls to go on a show like us.
Who's that? Verona Broom?
Yeah, something like that.
I think she's dead. I think that old bitch is dead. I'm not sure. I think she's dead. I mean, I don't know. Look her up. Good riddance, you old fucking coos. Get the hell. She's a money maker anyway. She's just screaming witchcraft and this and that. God knows what she fucking saw. Who knows how she got that answer? She might have saw one thing and then, man. Moving to the age of magic and horned gods and all these other beautiful things. But right now, everyone's screaming Antichrist shit. You got a bunch of fucking yahoos with the Mandela effect screaming Antichrist this, Antichrist that, Antichrist. The Bible's filled with Antichrist. Antichrist.
Did you say Fiona Broom?
Fiona Broom, yeah.
That's her name. I'll click on it. Trying to see if she's still alive or not.
I think she's dead.
I first learned about the connection, the horror. Really? They're making a movie. They're making a horror movie called The Mandela Effect.
They have a movie called The Mandela Effect. They actually have a movie coming out called The Mandela Effect. And you know, it's made by a famous director too. Well, not famous, but he did.
I thought they already made that movie called Yesterday.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But now they've got some other cocksucker making this movie. And they're blaming it on CERN and quantum fucking computers and anything and everything but God. They're like anything but the All-Father fucking Odin.
Now her name, Fiona Broom. Is she dead? Let's see.
She did.
Funeral website document the first about. Come on, give me an answer. First, it says, Nelson Mandela died. It's like that's the only word I see with death, but doesn't.
She's some government fucking put up shit. There's so many government influences because of the Jesuits, man. The freaking Freemasons.
She's still alive.
Oh, she's still alive.
Yeah.
Kuz is alive.
Yep. So I'll send her publicist an email to see if she's really for this cause. Then she should have no problem wanting to come on our show.
Yeah, well, she's gonna want money.
Veterans.
She's gonna want money, more money, more money, more money, more money. You know what a bunch of fucking Mandela effect people are? Someone working a fucking angle, trying to get them fucking money. It's sad, man. Except for you. I condone you. Actually, you and Lone Eagle, there's another guy called Lone Eagle. I love his stuff. I love his live chat. The guy's the only one chaotic neutral that can go to his site. I don't get kicked out. I'm pretty much banned in everybody's site. I'm banned in everybody's site, man. Because
I haven't hit you off yet.
Dude, I told you the story. I was over here. I totally tried to confront somebody over here. The fucking dude ran like a coward. He's like fucking scared to death. The dude was scared to death. Try to call me all kinds of fucking names. Probably works for the fucking crown. Oh, you run a pedophile ring. A what? A pedophile ring?
I remember that story. Yep.
Oh, what? I'm like, me and this other person. I'm like, since when do you run a pedophile ring? What the fuck is this cocksucker? And this cocksucker tells everybody he don't lie. Well, there's a fucking cold ass blatant fucking lie right there. I don't even, dude. You know me to have a traffic ticket? I don't even have a traffic ticket. I've never had a traffic ticket. I've never been to a jail a day of my life, with exception when I was a kid, like a little kid, underage 18. I was in a jail. In the Navy, I sat in a brig for a little bit, but I got out. I was fucking fine. And there was no problems. But I've never been to jail. Never been convicted for any crimes. I'm not a fucking felon. I'm a fucking disabled, goddamn honorable veteran. And this cocksucker was calling me out. And this fucking, I call him this guy reminds me of, like a lot of people with the Mandela effect. They remind me of Cliff Clavin. Remember Cliff Clavin from Cheers? Cliff Clavin, I call him the Cliff Clavin, Mandela effect Cliff Clavins. They have an answer for everything. This tick has hairs on its balls. It's changed colors.
What's this guy's name?
I don't want to say it. I'm not going to diss the guy on camera. I don't want to bring up any. I'm just going to say, generally, there's more than one like this person. So,
because this is what my plan is. Because now I'm back to normal, unless you're going somewhere.
No.
You like on Tuesday around the same time, 10 a.m. my time, whatever it is your time.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pick some kind of a subject that deals with Mandela that I won't tell you at all about.
Tell me at all.
Kind of read up on, kind of like the Bible talk, and hear your point of view. I just don't want you to know what that topic's going to be.
No, I want to hear it.
You know what I mean? It's kind of so everything you say is raw and not prepared, like a statement that you do.
Yeah, I don't want it.
Then I'm going to look up Mandela effect, like you're talking about the YouTube stars, I guess they could say. And I'm going to invite some of these people to the show to see if they're afraid. And then I'm not going to call them out, like you said, with names and stuff. But I'm going to give people opportunities to.
In a friendly way, yeah. It's like serious.
Hey, we would love you to come on and talk and try to see if I can get a guest on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, get a guest on. It's like, come on in. I'm not going to put anybody down. I went to another show and I talked about the airplanes. It's a show called Scary Performance, right? I like the guy. That guy's a good guy. His name is Dan Garcia. Dan Garcia. So anyway, I was on fucking Dan Garcia's fucking channel, eh? And the homeboy fucking Vato was like giving me a chance to talk, and he had his other fucking guy on there. And this other guy was a fucking Canadian shithead. So I'm talking about, and I've worked at the Museum of Flight, correct? I worked at the Aerospace Museum, correct? And I've worked inside the airplanes, correct? I've worked inside the fucking wings. I've worked inside the engines. I know the motherfuckers are changing. So I'm inside the fucking wings. And I'm telling people there's no fuel. Like I told you, there's no fuel tanks in them wings. They're telling everybody there's fuel tanks in the wings. And I'm like, there is no fuel tanks in the wings. So I'm on this fucking dude's show. And I'm like, guys, I've been flying all over fucking Europe. And I'm letting you know there's no fuel tanks in the wings. And this cocksucker tried to debate me. And I'm like, okay, let's debate. You want to debate me on fuel tanks and them fucking skinny ass wings. And then they cut me off the show. They cut me off the show. They cut me. And this guy was like, he doesn't know anything. And I'm like, are you? And this guy continued to tell people that there was tanks in the wings.
Now, unless you're over talking to them, they shouldn't have cut you off.
Shouldn't have cut me off. Because I could have backed my shit up. And I was like, there's just no fuel tanks in them wings. There's fuel lines. There's no fuel tanks. I've been in the wings. So they give me like 5 minutes. They just treat me like a joke and throw me out. Anytime I try to get on anybody's fucking real site, they throw me out like pretty fast.
Well, I'm just going to try to be nice and send an invite and see what happens. So what I'll do is we'll end this. We already went over an hour and 10 minutes.
Let's do it.
Because I want to save some of the subjects for next week.
Yeah.
So everybody's watching. Go to the Robert Wood Mandela Effect channel. I love the Millennium Falcon flying through the. that was cool. And yeah. We'll see you Tuesday at 10 a.m.
Bye.